Welcome to another episode of Who Are You and What Do You Do? I'm Andrea Ionetti and I'll be your host. And today we have Miss Victoria Hampton of Mullins, and we'll be talking to her about some great things that she has going on downtown Mullins. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back to the show, and let's give Victoria Hampton a big hand, everybody. Victoria, it's so nice to have you. I understand that you are the owner of 3 really shabby chic and cool boutiques in downtown Mullins.
Yes.
Wow, isn't that something? And tell me a little bit about yourself and how you came to be in the Myrtle Beach area first, because that's where you were before here, right?
Yes.
Okay, how did that happen?
I had moved from Massachusetts, and I met my husband Jack in North Carolina, and we somehow, I don't even know how we migrated to the Myrtle Beach area, but we ended up down there, and we had a little shop there, and we were driving to go get lunch at a local place here, and we stopped at the red light out front of the building, and this building was for sale, which was the whole block. And I told him that we're going to turn the car around and I was going to buy it.
Wow, just like that?
Just like that.
So listen, she came down, to have a nice Sunday drive and a lunch, and she ended up with a whole building.
Yes.
Over here in Mullins. Well, and there's a little phrase, I don't know if you're familiar with it, that people refer to as the shabby chic queen. Does that about suit you?
In some ways, or boho maybe. Boho, shabby chic, right in there. I have kind of my own design is what I have.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, one of the shops that she has is called The Barn, and it's the most unique, as a matter of fact, it's an eclectic mixture of things that you can't believe. And listen, she's a gardener. I mean, what aren't you? I mean, tell us a little bit about what you have, in the barn.
We have hydrangeas, which I grow and dry and sell, and it's very popular because people know that they can come there and get them. And I try to think unusual things for the area so that we can draw people in from other states, towns, cities into Mullins, so we can improve the economy here.
Yeah, and listen, you also have a daughter, from what I understand, that one of your first projects down here in Mullins was a dog groomer?
Yes.
Shop, is that right?
That was my first project, and it's downstairs. She wanted to move here from the Boston area. And so she's a groomer, and she wanted the shop. I opened the shop for her, and that was the first project I ever did. I renovated the building for her.
Wow, and she's, if I'm not mistaken, she's an award-winning groomer.
Yes.
And has many awards.
Yes.
So, yeah, and that's a really neat little shop. So for all of you dog owners out there, it's just a real cool little shabby, chic grooming facility. So you have to come and check that out. And now the proverbial door number 3, that's another project. And from what I understand, that's been in the make for close to 5 years now?
Yes.
Okay. And what exactly is that?
Door 3 is, it's a modern day general store. I would say it's boho. Where we have a lot of herbs, spices, teas, teapots, a lot of kitchen stuff, and we decided to put in a popcorn stand.
Oh, wow.
So in the center of the store, there's a big popcorn stand where you can come in and eat the popcorn, have a drink, sit down, relax. And then in the back, we're going to have a closet for women.
Oh, wow. Okay. Awesome. So I'm thinking Little House on the Prairie, the Mercantile. Remember that back in the day?
Yes.
Oh, I'm dating myself, right? But yeah. So, so how long has it been since you've been here in the Mullins area with these projects and these?
I believe we started working on the grooming salon probably about 2016.
2016?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So quite a lot has changed. Now, obviously then you were during the pandemic. How did that affect business here for you?
It did not affect us at all.
Wow. So you never skipped a beat?
No.
Okay, and how will people come to find you if they are in the Myrtle Beach area and they?
I think most of it is probably word of mouth, Facebook. People just hear about it, and since it's so unusual, they want to take a ride out and come see it.
Yeah, okay, well, good. Hey, listen, we'll be back in just a moment. We'll be back with Victoria here and talk a little more about what's going on in downtown Mullins. Be back in just a minute.
Here at Perfect Pitch, our mission is to perfectly pitch your brand by cultivating well-crafted stories to bring your products and services into focus. In a collaborative team effort, we strategically slide into your business to gain full insight of who you are, what you do, and where you want to be. Through our unique process of analyzing the market and your competitors, we cover all the bases to make you more visible and elevate your business to that next level. We establish the value of your brand by creatively producing a clear, concise, and relatable message that will be sure to hit home with your customers while striking out the competition. Welcome to the Production Warehouse. The Production Warehouse is a premier live stream soundstage studio conveniently located in the heart of Myrtle Beach. We stage, film, and broadcast multiple types of shows, anything from a live concert performance to local and regional TV-style talk and news shows. We also write, produce, and create promotional ad spots for web, TV, and radio. For all of your production needs, please contact us at 843-267-3818 or visit us at theproductionwarehouse.com.
Welcome back, everybody. And we're here again with Victoria Hampton of Mullins and the owner of 3 very cool shabby chic boutiques. And just before break, I had asked you, how did you fare through the whole pandemic situation? And you were saying that you skated through fine, which is, terrific. And I thought, wait a minute, something hit me that you were I remember the barn and you were in the news somehow.
Yes.
Something about the masks and there was some controversy. Can you touch a little bit on that? What happened?
Well, the mask ban began where people had to wear masks, and I did not allow masks in my store. And I'll tell you why. When they came in, they would be fondling their masks, touching the masks, wearing dirty masks, and then they were going to fondle my merchandise. So I don't think that would be very effective. I actually thought that would be the spread of germs. So I put a big sign up that they could not wear masks.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
And that they needed to wash their hands, which is very, very right. At all times, not even during a pandemic, for people to wash their hands.
Right.
So I put the stop on the masks, and we got a lot of attention from it in the national news.
Wow.
Yeah. And I believe when it hit the national news, it came out, no germ muzzles allowed. So you can just type that in the internet and you can see it.
Well, isn't that amazing? And listen, guys, that is not the first time that she made it big time, right? Because there is also a big story behind her barn. And it was used, if I'm not mistaken, in some movie?
Yes.
Tell us a little about that.
Well, it was kind of odd, but we moved here, and at the time it was just tumbleweeds going down the road, and everyone asking.
Literally, wait a minute, is this true? I mean, is
Yes,
this true?
yes,
Really,
yes.
tumbleweeds?
Tumbleweeds. There was nobody here. There were no cars.
Wow.
Very few people.
Yeah, and very few people that I know have even seen tumbleweeds, but I was one of them actually in Arizona, so I know what she's talking about. So that's interesting. So seriously, tumbleweeds. So,
Yes.
and so what happened with you were approached and they wanted to use your establishment for a movie?
Yeah, the barn was one of the first stores to open in Mullins. I believe there was Roger Taylor's Antique Mart at the time.
Okay.
And a place called Lily Kay's, and of course Anderson Bank, who's very big here.
Oh, okay. Anderson Brothers? The
Anderson
local brand?
Brothers,
Okay,
yes. This
okay.
is their hometown. And the rest of the town that I can remember was pretty much abandoned.
Mm-hmm.
So I just was very upset at the moment because I thought, what have I done? And my husband said, don't worry about it, we'll figure it out. And suddenly, I went home to take a rest in tears, and he came back to let me know that Hollywood was here, and they wanted to produce a movie in the barn, which,
Wow.
yeah, I couldn't believe it, because how could Hollywood show up precisely when we were scraping the windows from the paint? And they loved the shop, and they made the movie, and it was actually a similar movie to what was going on at the time. It was going to be called An Inherited Life, where a lady inherits a house and moves here and doesn't like it, which was very similar to me, what was happening.
Wow, that's almost like
Yeah.
that storyline was written for you. And actually, I have to tell you, you're not aware of this, but there are rumors going around that you actually are an angel to the city, of Mullins, to this town.
Okay.
There is a story, guys. She not only was taking a ride just to have a Sunday drive and a lunch with her husband, but there was an elderly lady that was in serious need. And, well, I'll let her tell you how that happened with this 84-year-old.
Well, when we pulled up at the light that day, there was a bright pink cardboard sign, and it said 2 buildings for sale.
Pink sign, pretty
Bright
pink.
pink,
Okay.
hot pink.
Bright pink, hot pink.
Yes, hot
Okay.
pink. And it caught my attention. Mm-hmm. And the building was in some serious condition at the time. And I said to my husband, I think I'm gonna buy it. We called the number, and it was a lady, I believe she was 85 at the time. She had fallen in the building, and she couldn't not have the building anymore. And this was her retirement, and nobody wanted to buy the building, including my husband.
Wow. Okay. It was really, distressed, and so you this lady that was in need, and you were the one to come and purchase the building and
Yes.
give her what she needed
Yes.
so she could retire.
Right, we gave her the price she asked, and she was very, very happy about it, and she's still around town. She's a nice lady, and that way she could retire and enjoy her life, and we could take this building.
Wow. And let me tell you, so guys, we have something really special happening with Victoria here in downtown Mullins. And again, we have to go to break, and we'll be back in just a moment.
There comes a time to heed a certain call to serve others. In 2008, Barbara Black responded to the needs of her community with her nonprofit organization, Lydia's Nest. Now, through a newfound partnership with Tanisha Clements, Lydia's Nest has opened. Lydia is a resources and development center to serve communities in Johnsonville, South Carolina. The new center focuses on health, wellness, and education. When you're in need, trust Lydia's Nest to take heed. Lydia's Resources and Development Center.
In a world where food choices are many, but good flavor is rare, be true to yourself and your taste buds. let me introduce to you True. True Barbecue. Open Wednesday through Saturday with daily lunch specials, homemade sides and sauces, and slow-cooked smoked meats. Located at 4002 Socastee Boulevard, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, 29588. Just a mile west of 17 Bypass. It's off the beaten path, but it's worth the trip.
And we're back with Miss Victoria Hampton of downtown Mullins here, the barn. And she's not going to toot her own horn, but I'm going to tell you a little something. I'm not sure if you know, but Victoria, there's a lady who's been bragging on you. And I didn't want to let you know, but these people, I need to let them know. Kathy Bass, she's an executive director of the Greater Mullins Chamber of Commerce. And she was telling me that she's never met, someone quite like you, that you do have like an angelic spirit and a heart of gold. And you have been an integral part of this revitalization of Mullins and have made it what it is today. I mean, you almost single-handedly, and I know you're humble not to want to take all the credit. And there was some other big name that was coming in, and you had mentioned that to me in a conversation. So who else is it besides you that gets a little credit for some of this revitalization here?
When I arrived, I think I mentioned earlier, there's Anderson Bank, and this is their headquarters.
Okay.
This is now their headquarters, so they've bought up a lot of the town, and they have been renovating it, and I'm very thankful to have them here. And then Roger Taylor from the Antique Mart was here before me, and he had bought up a couple of stores and opened the Antique Mart, and he rented out a store, and it's called Lily Kay's Boutique, which is still here.
Oh, okay, good. Okay.
And that was, and then there was Behringer's, which was originally here. It's across the street from the barn. And Drew, the owner of Behringer's, he still sweeps the street for free every morning to keep it clean.
Is that right?
And I think it's wonderful.
Oh my goodness, that reminds me of, what is that with Opie? What show am I thinking of? Oh goodness, with the Andy Griffith Show.
Yeah,
Remember? Yeah,
exactly. That's what it feels like in Mullins.
Isn't that awesome? And so she's made it this little thing, and and not only that, there used to be, if I'm not mistaken, a big retailer like Belk or something, and now there's supposed to be something else. Is it the name Rivers rings a bell?
Yes,
coming in.
They've bought the old light bulb factory, which was the last standing light bulb factory in the United States.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
Okay. It was kind of sad, but it got closed down, and they moved it to Indonesia. So this big building was sitting here, and the Belk building was sitting here. And we fixed the Belk building up a little bit to get it for sold, at least get the dead birds out of the windows.
Oh my God, they had dead birds and all. Lord have mercy. Okay, she even gets dead birds out of the window, guys. I mean, come on,
So to make it more attractive, we boarded it up and got rid of the dead birds, and we put a for sale sign on the building, which a guy from Atlanta named Carl owned it. I was just helping sell it, so we didn't have to look at dead birds. And a company named Rivers Plumbing and Electric, which is a big pump company, but the light bulb factory, and they came over and bought the Belk building, and they're renovating it. And that's really, really helping us city so much, and I'm very happy to have them here.
Wow. And now for the folks out there who were not familiar with that movie, that kind of helped put Mullins on the map here, Mullins, what was the name of that film? And it's on the Hallmark Channel, is that right?
Yes, it's called Sweet Home Carolina.
Wow. And so, guys, you can look that up somehow, a Hallmark movie that was made, and again, just incredible. Now, I understand that when people come to see you at the barn and all your fabulous things, and guys, by the way, she has those hydrangeas are stunning. And again, that's her own gardening, work right there. There's custom made furniture. They have a new segment, the Teak Store, and there's some incredible pieces of furniture, benches. They are forever, and there are some builders that are coming to buy some of their tabletops, the counters, and various things. So this is really a happening place, and you guys got to come. But there's a greeter that will come at the barn and meet you, and can we introduce her to everyone here? Would you mind if we bring her? And her name is Miss Creme Brulee. Everybody, welcome Creme Brulee to the show. Come on, girl. Look at the baby. Well, hello. And here she is. So don't be alarmed if you come walking in and you're greeted by Miss Creme Brulee. And this is your daughter's work, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and you saw how perfectly sculpted she is. Come here, you want to go see Mom?
Come on.
And
Come on.
And again, her daughter is an award-winning groomer. So it's called Pawlished, Pawlished, right? Pawlished grooming downstairs. And look at her, Miss Creme Brulee, everybody. So that's it, guys. Listen, you have to come down. It's a must-see. They even she has cowhides. Some really unique patterns, one-of-a-kind cowhides. You have to come and see it. And we'll be showing you some different segments. And you can find her on Facebook. Do you have a website as well?
No, it's only on Facebook.
It's on Facebook. So look her up, The Barn, and there's much more to come. And again, you never know what's going to be behind door number 3. I'm Andrea Ianetti. Until next time on Who Are You and What Do You Do?